Good evening, everyone. This is Jansen from Team Celebrate. Very happy to have so many people on here in this new year, making lots of goals. It's been great for me to have to make goals this week, preparing for this talk, because I'm one that my goals are in my head and I don't write them down. And so I actually have them all written down now, thanks to you guys. And so it's been good. So here are 4 different pictures of our journeys in life. So what is your current situation? We are in one of these 4 categories all the time. First picture, we're on a flat road. Everything's great. We have good relationships going on. Work's going well. Cars are working. Life's just great, walking along. And then picture number 2, things are getting a little uphill and a little rocky. Perhaps we have a relationship that's not going so well. Finances are getting a little stressed. Our car broke down, but not a big deal. We can handle it. It's not a big deal. And then the third picture, now we are really struggling to get through our day. We might have a little sickness. We might have had a fight with our coworker or our boss. Things just aren't going as well. And so life just got really hard. But the last picture is where a lot of us panic, when we're going straight up. It feels like nearly impossible. We're not going to be able to accomplish what we want to accomplish. And personally, I find picture 4 is where I grow the most. When I am on picture 1, if I'm in that situation, I don't really depend upon a lot of people because I got this. I'm good. But picture number 4 is really where I grow a lot. But this is really how our journey is. We feel like we're in the last 4 pictures, but we are always accompanied. We are accompanied by our friends, our coworkers, God, spouses, whoever. We always have someone to lean on. So remember that when you're going through life's journey and going through your life wave journey, we always have somebody to lean on. So picture number 1 again, things are going well. I've got some people I've called and, my life wave journey is going well. Life's going well. Then things get a little bit harder. I'm calling some people and they're just not really responding, but my business is going well. Now, picture 3, just keep that in mind. Someone needs to pull us up sometimes. And this is your upline, sometimes it's your downline, sometimes it's your spouse, friends, encouraging us. We can keep going. We got to know what we want. We're defining goals here. And this is where these goals really come in handy, because we have to remember our goals when someone's pulling us up. And then that last one, if you look at this picture, they're climbing this very steep ridge, but they're stopping and they're talking about it as they're going up. And again, this is really, really important. 4 times in my life, I've been in picture number 4, 2 with pregnancies that I was in bed for 4 months. And it seemed nearly impossible, but because of the people helping us so much, we made through it. And then the last 2 situations with our daughter having cancer. The last one, her family moved in with us, and there were extra 6 people in our house. And then the baby came home, so there were 7. It felt nearly impossible. But with all the friends we had and all the help we had, we made it. So just remember this last picture when you get in that situation. I know right now we have a lot of things with compliance going on, and we feel like we are climbing that ridge. We're not happy about it. But when we look back, we're going to have grown a lot through that process. Just hang in there. And then I love this picture for many reasons. We are all infants in our business, whether we have been in it for a month, a couple of years, or day 1. We are still infants because we're just starting this journey. And as a child, when we go up steps, that step is as tall as our knee. As an adult, it's just a little bit above our ankle. So it's not really a big deal. But when we're this young, these first steps are pretty steep for us. And we just got to keep going, one step in front of the other. However, in this picture, there's no goal. We want to have this vision of where we're going, which is what we're going to talk about today. But I want you to really remember this picture. Somebody is always there to pull you up as we are on this journey together. So, of course, we have the thisisitteam.com, and that is our learning site. And Steve and Gina have put an incredible amount of time into this and the This Is It Info team, thisisitinfo.com. So please, please, please get to know this site and save it as one of your favorites. So this is your browser, what it looks like. And then over here is the little favorites thing. Click on that. And then it's going to show up underneath your browser there. This is where I have This Is a Team. I have my back office. I have LifeWave Health videos and so on. So use the ones, of course, that you're going to make it. And then these weekly videos that we're doing will be able to be found on Team Celebrate's YouTube channel. So you want to be part of that. Make sure you can see that. And then anybody new that's coming in this week or wasn't able to be on tonight, they can watch it on this YouTube channel. But bring your new people in. We want to help them to get going and to set goals. So here is the This Is It team, what it looks like. And this is under the 10 steps. Of course, we want you to go through onboarding, but then here are your 10 steps. So we are going to talk about your why, setting goals, making commitments. So on this video here is Kim Curtis. And so she says on here, what will it take to make this the most amazing year of your life? And that's a really great question to ask yourself. And this is what we want to define tonight. And the answer is a commitment. A commitment, a vision, and a consistency. So a commitment, I am going to build my business versus I think I'm going to build my business. I chose to stop teaching piano and guitar lessons, my job of 40 plus years. I chose that in August. Once I made that decision, because I was kind of thinking about it, kind of thinking. And then I finally made the decision that this is the path I'm going to go. I'm going to do LifeWave because I wanted to give so much to both jobs. And so that I chose to not be doing piano and guitar lessons anymore. And there was like a weight was lifted off of me because it really gave me some more time to put into LifeWave and I could focus on LifeWave. And that's kind of what I would like you to do. Like if you're going to build, be serious about it and make some commitments. Say, make some, figure out your DMO, your daily method of operation. Figure out what you're going to do. We have this vision. We're going to define your why in the next 2 weeks here and make your vision board. And then consistency. Take action. How will you carry out that vision? Check if you're a person that says you're going to do something and then you do some action and then you carry that out. Or are you a person that thinks about it and then you aim, and you never actually take action? Aim would be like, well, I got my office all set up and then you tidy everything. You make your list really organized and stuff instead of just call people. And, try not to always be tidying everything up because it's easier to do that. It's easier just to not talk to people, but to make this business work, we really have to call people. So if you could have a piece of paper out right now, anything that you can find, have a piece of paper. We want to define your why. And so why do we want to define your why? When we are walking on that path and things get tough, especially picture 4, we stop. And there has to be something that keeps us going. And it is our why, our dream, whatever you want to call it. Some of you have been through this before, but we're with a new business again. We're at a different stage in life. That was many years ago that I was with that company. And we had a lot of kids home at that point. And so my why was so different. Now we're kidless. And so everything changed. So you want to redefine your why. So right now, take that piece of paper and I'm going to stop for 2 minutes and just whip through some things down. What you want to buy, what you want to buy for others, what charity you want to give to, and why, or anything that you can think of. Go. Okay, I unmuted you all. Just a couple people say some of your goals here that you thought of.
This is Regina. I would charity towards veterans. I want to work with I want to help veterans with better life quality.
And what impacted you that makes you want to choose that?
I have always tried to help military veterans. I've done fundraisers for them and such. I always end up seeing that Tunnel to Towers commercial. And I just think that they are uh, they're just people that have gotten forgotten, and they're just stuck in the system of medicine. And I see so much pain emotionally and physically and all the trauma and all that. And I just wish that there's probably somebody in LifeWave that's already helping with a veteran group, but I just wish that I want to reach out to them more, and I would just donate patches, like, here, take them.
Ah,
Please
donate
just take
patches.
them.
Okay, okay.
Yeah.
Good, good. That's excellent. That's excellent.
The very first thing I put down on the list was 25K for doing travel. Karen and I would like to travel more to Europe and, cruising, and takes quite a bit of money anymore. So would
Awesome.
love to have that extra money.
Carry your luggage for you, Mike.
Yep, there you go.
For me, it's all about my grandkids, giving them more opportunities in life and being able to spend more time with them.
Very cool.
And it's Jackie. I would get myself out of debt and buy a new 4x4 pickup truck because I live in the snow and I need it. Give me a little more security with a reliable vehicle.
Because
I
that
know that.
vehicle is probably sometimes picture four.
Yeah, I know it's not very altruistic, but I do have those things on my list. I would like to give to I called it high risk trafficking rescues. In the last year, I became aware of such things for charities that people go and rescue children and women in sex trafficking and human trafficking situations. Um, I think there needs to be more of that.
That's on my vision board, Jackie.
Good. Yep.
I do know that someone on our team, the money she makes, she buys patches to give to the kids who are rescued. So instead of putting them on a med for anxiety,
Awesome.
she gives them patches.
Awesome.
Yep. And they like it a lot better because there's no side effects.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is Pam. I want to have the resources to be able to be a child advocate because I'm a bus driver, school bus driver, and over the years I've seen families split just because it's so hard financially to do things. And we were part of the Head Start system when our kids were little, and they taught the parents. And once they gave that knowledge and confidence to the parents, then that came down to the kids. And I just think we need to make more moms and dads happier and fulfilled in their lives so that then they can actually treat their kids and be kind. I've seen lots of times when the stress on the parents is so high that it comes down back onto the kids, and I don't like that. So I'd like to be able to help in those areas with health and wealth.
That's awesome. Great ideas. They're diverse things. It's about who we've come to a contact with through our life and why we want to give back. That's great. So when a lot of us want to help people who don't have money, we got to remember that when we're sharing patches with people, sharing the idea to always bring up to the financial gain because people obviously need a lot of help. So because I think we kind of shy away from the business building. A lot of times we're ambulance drivers and just want to help the people who are hurting, but we have to see the people that are hurting financially too, because there's such a great need out there.
All right, so I meant to get in earlier as far as echoing what I think it was Regina with the veterans, because that is definitely high on my list too. I mean, the Wounded Warriors, Tunnel to Towers, and a lot of the ones that are even involved with getting the dogs and the animals that they rescue over where they're stationed back so that they have that support person. So along with that also is animal rescue. High on my list is all the animals that just need good homes. And, you know, the idea that you would drop off your older dog to get a new puppy for Christmas or something is just devastating in my mind. And then there are other organizations like Salvation Army and stuff that I do. And as far as what I would spend my money on, you know, we're comfortable. Could we always use more money? Absolutely. I'm right now in our home in Arizona. It was a house that we bought in 2017, and my folks stay here during the winter. But as long it's comfortable, but there are things that I would like to do here to update it, and so that would be one of the things that I would spend my money on. And then also our home in Minnesota, beautiful home, but over the years I've kind of filled it up with junk. My husband would almost call me a hoarder, I think. But I'm also the type of person, if you want something, you call Becky because she probably has it or will find it. Now I want to kind of give that role to somebody else. One of the things that I would like to get help with is find someone who will help me organize and clear out, you know, my junk. And the other thing that I would do is I have two grandkids and they're growing up fast. They're 12 and 14. And even though we live really, really close together, it's sometimes hard to get on their schedule because they're swimming and they're involved with what I call little while friends. You know, when their kids are involved in sports, you are a chauffeur, and all of your time goes into supporting these kids in those events. And so sometimes it's just like, okay, I just want some more one-on-one time with them to, you know, take them on a trip, or maybe it doesn't even have to be a trip. Maybe it's just to the theater or a musical or a movie, you know, game night, those types of things. So those are high on my list.
Awesome. Okay, we're gonna switch to go back to the PowerPoint. So again, like what we're talking about today, I love hearing these things. And in 2 weeks, you will have a lot more time to define what your why is. And you've heard some examples here. And when I started making my vision board today, I'm like, oh, and that, and oh, and then I have a couple people who sent me their vision boards, and I'm like, oh, I like that. So we really are a team to help each other to find what our vision is. So back to this action, I really can't stress enough that we want to take action to carry out this vision. So once we have this vision written down and then make our vision board, it makes it a lot easier when we get to picture 4. All right, so then, not now, of course, but for these 2 weeks, you want to make a vision board, find pictures or take pictures of the items on your list above. If you dream it, you can achieve it. So I made mine on Canva thanks to Tori telling me her idea of making it on Canva. It was like super easy. I could just go on the internet and find these pictures and put them on there. So it was very, very, very easy if you have Canva. So it makes a great vision board. Note, don't just write down financial freedom and don't write down get healthier. These topics are just too broad. So be very specific and then put a date when you want to achieve that goal. And my goals are in 2025, so that's my only date. But I put a dollar amount on those items that I thought could be. So like be very specific. If you want a 2025 or a 2026 Jeep Rambler 4-door Rubicon, go to take a picture of that Jeep with you in it, find the color, might be a picture of the Boys and Girls Club because they helped you immensely when you grew up. Do you want to lose weight? How much and by when? I think there are a few of those on the boards. And then place these pictures in a place where you're going to see it every day. Then figure out what it's going to take for you to get your dream. So we don't want to just aim, make this beautiful board and then not take action. So Elisa will share her vision board here.
Well, this really kind of came about because of the Punta Mita incentive trip. So it's not really my big vision board. I need to create that. And thank you for the tip. I'm going to definitely do that on Canva.
Yeah.
But so it started with Punta Mita. I just printed out some of the vision images of the hotel that I thought we were going to be going to. The little card up in the left-hand corner was what we received when we were leaving Punta Cana. Now that trip, I never imagined I could earn. As a matter of fact, when that was first announced, I didn't even take note of the qualifications because my mindset was in a position to not believe that that was possible for me. So I found that when I earned Punta Cana, I had a whole shift. And so I said, okay, well, obviously incentive trips are motivating enough for me. And so that's kind of where the vision board came from. I had that picture of the antelope on the right. I had an interesting astrological reading. It's called a natal chart. So the exact position of all of the different planets where they were when you were born, the exact date, time, place of your birth. And it was so interesting. And part of that was taking inspired action was kind of what I took away from that that assessment. And so I have the antelope there. I just had some cute little stickers that came across my plate, so I put those up, and some of my positive affirmations and stuff like that. So that's it.
Elisa is very inspiring for me. She tries to smile all the time every time I see her, and she's going to talk in a couple of weeks about how she changed because she's been taking positive attitude, really looking at that. So I'm definitely, Elisa's a person I follow because of her positive attitudes and how she's changed since I've known her in LifeWave. So thank you, Elisa. All right, Renee.
Okay, so I've never done a vision board in my life, but Anne said, can you hurry and do it by Tuesday? So here it is. So I did use Canva. It's awesome. There's so many templates that you can just Google and I even kept a couple of pictures. I replaced most of them. So I want to lose 75 pounds by the end of the year. So I kind of figured out how many weeks are left, how much do I need to lose per week. That's how I came up with that number. That's a big goal, so we'll see how I do. I've never read the entire Bible. I've started many, many times, but my goal this year is to finish it, the whole thing. So a couple of us on my team started a Bible reading plan through the Bible app. So I'm enjoying that. So that's what the second picture is. The third picture on the right is help people to be financially independent. That has been a goal of mine forever. I have been entrepreneurial for a long time with real estate investing, with homes, and then with land. I did land investing for 10 years. And I also worked at a corporate job. So while I did that, so I've always known, and I read all the Robert Kiyosaki stuff about getting out of the rat race. So that's been a big driver of me because I feel horrible for these young families that don't get to spend time with their kids because they're working so much. So I know that LifeWave and other direct sales opportunities are great, or real estate or anything else just outside of your 9 to 5. So that's a big driver for me. And then that one at the bottom of the money pile is support FAM and Rio missions throughout this year. So those are two groups at my church. The FAM one is Family Ministries. They help people with adoption or what is that other one called? Where you fostering. So they need a lot of support. They provide financial aid for families and just come alongside them and help. So that's that one. And the Rio Missions is for trafficking, like we talked about earlier, Jackie, human trafficking and all of that. So I want to support them. The middle is a picture of my family this last Christmas. I just want to spend quality time with them. I tend to be a very busy person and I just be busy. And so I need to slow down and smell the roses and spend time with my family. So that's a reminder for me for that. That middle one is really for my husband, a newer truck. He could use the same truck forever till he runs the wheels off. I have to kind of beg him, say, honey, yours is looking kind of crappy. How about you get a new one? So I didn't say a new truck. I said a newer truck. So we'll see if he goes for that. And he got my permission to put that on here. And then my goal, senior director by February 23rd. That's my goal. If I can get my team on board with that and make some managers and directors. And then kind of what you were saying, Elisa, about the when Punta Mita, I was hesitant. I told Anne to put that on here because I really kind of don't see that happening. I think right now I only have like 40 points or something like that. But I'm putting it there anywhere because I want it in my face to kind of help spur me along. So I put that there. And then the home with more space and a 4-car garage by the end of hopefully next year. That's a kind of a nice to have. It's not a must have. We live in a very nice home. It's paid for, we're debt free, so I'm thankful for that. But my husband really would like some more space in the garage. There's a lot of stuff in there. And that's the far right one. That's his little dream. He'd love to have a razor and a trailer. So we need to have that new 4th-car garage before we get that. So that's my vision board.
Yeah, I love that you have senior director on there. We really have to make some plans and figure out what we have to do, what's going to be the DMO to get you there and different
Yeah.
things. Awesome.
Mhm.
I'll talk about Tori's vision board here. So on top, they are remodeling their kitchen and they currently don't have the money for it. So she really wants to pay for it with LifeWave money. And she's dreaming of a tropical home and she wants to see God more. Punta Mita, she also is going for the trip, and I hope everybody has that on their board, whether they think it or not, because like Elisa said, Punta Cana wasn't even a possibility, but I see a difference in me with Punta Mita. I did hit I'm near 100 points. But I actually, I worked harder on this because I want that goal. So this time I want the 140. I'm going to go for that because last time we did win it, but we won one free plane ticket. That's why I wanted, to do that. So I love that people have Punta Mita on there. And then one of the things she's working on with the LifeWave patches is to reverse her diabetes. And that's going well. And then her daughter is getting married, so she wants money for that. And what else she got on here? And then she is an amazing painter. Lots and lots of stuff. So she wants more time for that. And here is mine. So I want to have $3,000 a week. That's my goal. So what am I going to do with 3,000 a week or more? I had to come up with some stuff because we too are debt free. We downsized and our cars are fine. And then I have a black car and I really wanted a red car, but when we bought the car, that was what available because we wanted this third row because we haul grandkids a bunch. And the one that was available was black. And so now I'm just going to go for the new one with the seat. But what I really want is the protection of others. I want the side view if I get too close to people, because we're getting older and I want that beep, beep, beep. You're getting too close. My husband has that on his car. And I actually want the push start. I still have a key. Silly things. But anyway, my car has about 100,000 miles. So I'm going to be driving a few more years. So I thought, well, let's just go for the car. I took these boxes. They're in like stuff about me, different things. That's why I have this with Canva. You can do all these fun colors. I had lost 60 pounds and I found 50 of them back. And so I just want to get rid of them again because it makes me really mad that I did that. And so a couple of us here we're gonna do it. So eat healthier and smile more. Sometimes Tim will say something about why you look so crabby. I'm like, I'm not crabby. But my face just looks crabbier the older I get. So trying to smile more. Then happy 45th anniversary. Well, this year is 45 years for us. And 40 was during COVID. And so we were going to celebrate that with our kids. And then we couldn't, of course, because of COVID. So I want to get this cabin. So we went to this cabin. It's called Spirit of the North Resort in Minnesota. And this is the place we stayed with my mom, because my mom paid for this cabin one year. And then our kids were probably 5 to 15 at that point. And then now they're all married. So I do want to go back to that place. And then we are 39, all of us kids and grandkids. And then we have some bonus grandkids who are actually married. And then there's a great grandchild. So I'm a great grandmother. I've met the child once. So anyway, I would like all of them to come because I've only met them at the wedding when my daughter got married. It'd be kind of cool for them to all come together. So it's 39 of us. So I have a number of 25,000 there. I think that's how much it would be to rent enough cabins for us and flights for them to come in. And then Punta Mita, of course, I want to win that. And then any future corp vacations, because there'll be another one in the fall again. The thing on the upper right in the blue box is a shed for my daughter. Oh my gosh, they have so much stuff and they have 7 kids. So they have a lot of bikes and then plus the lawnmower, riding lawnmower and so much stuff that they can't even put their car in the garage. So I just want to build them this little shed. And I actually want to build on porch for them too. They have a split level, which is common in Minnesota. And I want to build a porch, a 10-foot porch that has a cubby for each one because they have one tiny little closet at the beginning of their house. So I'm going to get a bid on that and see if I can even possibly do that. But I haven't even asked her about that. That's just my vision because it's there's a lot of kids in that house. And then we have these 4 charities that we support. I just want to give more. We give some to them, but I want to give more. The place of hope on the bottom one is homeless. So I have a passion or a soft place in my heart for the homeless. So this, because of LifeWave, I joined a BNI type group. Then they had a breakfast, and then the speaker from the Place of Hope came, and I've worked there before or volunteered there before during Christmas, wrapping presents and stuff. But she talked about a vision that I had a long time ago in my head, whereas I would take an old hotel and renovate it for the homeless, and it wouldn't be like free, they'd have jobs. And so I had all this stuff in my head that I planned. And these people did that. They took a hotel and they're renovating that right now. And so I was a little bit part of that around Christmas time. But then they have this adopt a family. And so we adopted 2 families, and I asked some of my friends to be part of that. So I wrapped these presents and I took them there to this particular building, and I was like disgusted at this place so much that I'm like, I don't even really want to walk in this place. It was just, it needs renovation so badly. So this will be something that I want to do in the future. But had I not been part of LifeWave, had I not gone to that meeting because of LifeWave, I wouldn't have been anything part of that. So this was really opened my eyes to a lot of things that are out there that we can give our money to. And then when I go to 4,000 a week or 5,000 a week, whatever, I'm just going to be able to give more to more charities. And that's what. So our next goal is to make a names list. And you can do this on your phone, or you can do it on a piece of paper, or you can use this piece of paper. And in the end, I will show you where you can find this piece of paper. I personally keep my papers like this in a 1-inch black binder because I like lists. I like to be organized. And if I don't follow up. But that way I have a list and know where I did follow up and who I need to follow up next. So you write your names on here and then you just fill out what it says here. But I really like having this names list. And who are the people that you are calling? It can be the people in your phone, which we want to start with friends and family first, people in your phone, and social media. If that's where you are comfortable with, then once you contact these people, you would want to put them on your list. That's really awesome. Okay, so the next thing is once you make your vision board and make all these dreams and stuff, what is your DMO? What is your daily method of operation? How are you going to get to those goals? And Steve and Gina give us the PRO system: patch, revisit, and the opportunities. So patch or call 5 people a day. You set that number. We want this to be successful. We don't want to put pressure on yourself, but you want to be a little bit uncomfortable, like, oh yeah, I have to do 1 more call today. When you have a goal, when I have a goal for making something, I just do way better when I have a goal. If I have nothing to do all day on my schedule, I am so lazy. I really get nothing done. But when I have a list of things, I'm definitely a list follower. And it's good if I have somewhere to go because then I'll actually shower. Otherwise, it sometimes can get kind of lazy. But so that patch goal is your goal to to keep up with. And then revisiting, we know that the fortune is in the follow-up. And it's sometimes hard to go revisit those people. So put that revisiting right in your daily method of operation. And then these opportunity calls is everything for us at night. So when Renita, she always says, just keep this fun and keep it live, keep it light. And so you call someone and you get them on a call. I am meeting on a Zoom at night. I am kind of terrible about that. Sometimes I can get really lazy at night, but that's what a goal that I have is to get better at inviting people to opportunity calls. And Robin, my host, Robin Yamamoto, she sends me, and I know Renee is really good at this. She sends me a Zoom like, hey, jump on this Zoom, jump on this Zoom. And I want to get better at that. That really, really helps me. So if I do have some time, I jump on that Zoom. So it takes a bit of time, but really it's good for the downline. When you're making your vision board, you want to figure out your financial weekly goal. If it's 2,000, 30,000, 4,000, this is what you need to make per day. So if you like numbers, this is a little chart for you. And again, I'll show you later where to find this chart. So you can print it off and put it somewhere where you can see this. So for me, I just want to see if I want to attain this goal, I know what number I need to get to. Then it becomes how many people do I need to call daily to attain this goal? So what's my DMO? What's my daily method of operation that I'm going to do to get this goal? And that's where this type of a diagram helps a lot. As Steve and Gina mentioned, this is the PRO method. Talk to people about LifeWave, X39, follow up, and invite them to a Zoom. The numbers here are based with a 5-day work week. If you're going to work more, then the numbers will be higher. So if you choose to do PRO, patch, revisit, and opportunity, one per day, one of each, then you're going to talk to one person a day, follow up with one person, and invite one to a Zoom. You will have talked to 261 people in a year. If you're choosing 2 people per day, you're going to talk to 2 people or patch 2 people, follow up with 2 people, invite 2 to a Zoom. You're going to have spoken to 522 people in the next year, and so on. So you just figure out what your PRO number is, and maybe one day it's this and another day it's that, but you figure out what you want, and your results are going to be how much you put into this. So we have 2 strategies to building your business. If you have a person who is on their own, a go-getter, a strong business builder, they've been in network marketing before, you want to use this first system. I would fit into this first system because my personality wants to just go on my own. It's a matter of show me where the information is and I will read it. So that's the person that's a go-getter. You're going to send them right to, this is it, team. They're going to go through, tell them to go through these steps, and they're going to go through that. That's all great. Another person might need a little more coaching. They've never been in network marketing before. This could feel a little daunting for them. So we do have the Boards app. So you want to download the Boards app. It looks like this. Contact me or your sponsor to access the Team Celebrate boards. So our boards is really a depository of great information. And you can make your own board or you can use my board. So as you'll find out when you're building this business, there's just so much information out there, and you start storing it places. You want to have one central place to store. It doesn't matter where you're doing the storing, but make sure you know where you're putting your information. So I chose to do boards. And right here is the business building aspect. This is what the home page looks like. A lot of things to go through, but I'm going to specifically talk about building your business. Okay, here's the building your business link. And then we're going to talk about first steps. That's where you want to click next. And then here's my first steps. And here are the first steps for somebody who needs a little more guidance. And then all those pieces of paper that I just talked about are inside each one of these steps. They can start with the 9-minute video, which just talks about everything that's going to be in this particular folder. Here is me talking about why I love network marketing. You want to have your belief really high with network marketing, belief in yourself, belief in the company, and belief in network marketing. And I just talk about why I like it. And for me, it is the way to work because I like being my own boss. I like having the time freedom of doing what I want. I never make excuses of why I'm in network marketing. If someone says, oh, is it one of those things? You know, whatever that means. I like, yes, it is one of those things. I love it. So I'll go through just one of the boxes here. So here's your DMO. What's your DMO? Step number 5. Here's that chart with the different numbers on for your DMO. And then here's that weekly financial goal chart if you want to print that off. I do have little videos that I found that I put in each folder, and some of them come from the This Is It team. This is the only one I could not really find a good DMO video I liked online, so this one's okay, but it does give a great idea of what to do. And then this is something I strongly, strongly suggest. So thanks to Renee suggesting this, I am now part of Eric Worre's Daily GoPro Insider. And this is a video that you get every day. It's under 10 minutes. It's an audio sent to your email. It's only $9 a month and way worth it. You have 24-hour access only. So you must listen to it each day. Easy to get out of a habit. So this is just part of my DMO, part of my daily method of getting going. And he always says, take notes. Whatever it is you're hearing that day, take some notes because you're going to forget about this. And then have a notebook, literally have a notebook, or I actually do mine on my computer. Then you go back and you revisit those things, and you're going to grow so much in 365 days. He does have a book out on GoPro, but I really love these daily methods. And so another nugget here that I just said is Renee is my downline. She suggested this. She found that. And always be listening to what other people are doing and see if that fits your daily method of operation. Eric Worre interviewed Steve and Gina. This is where I first met Steve and Gina, I will say. I had met them many times, but I really got to know them through this video. So this video can be found on boards under miscellaneous information. And then here is the interview. And I really encourage you to watch that because that's when I got to know them, because Gina is really energetic, as we know, and she is the energy behind that couple. Steve is a quieter person, and she really encourages him to go the extra mile. And so all these extra things that she does at their conventions is Gina. She's the one that finds these detailed things that they give us. Gina's really the one behind all the energy in their business. And so I really started to fall in love with Steve and Gina and realize how amazing they are with all the energy that they give us. They don't have to be doing this. They are so financially set, but they choose to do this for us. So we are blessed. And this was the schedule that I sent out. So all right, and then here are the goals. So next week, no meeting. And so then the following week, we're going to talk about your goals, and then we'll have Renita talk about showing up, coming to meetings, getting on these meetings at night, going to a corporate meeting, because of course we have one coming up, and I hope you are all registered for the Rise Up convention, the weekend, I think this weekend. Everybody who's part of these things, those are the people who go on top because yes, we're spending money, but that's how you get there. If you can't afford it, find somebody in your area. If you have anybody in your area, just do the best you can. And then the power of the subconscious mind, we're going to talk about that, of course. That's been very powerful for me, and I know for Elisa it's been very powerful, that mindset. Then on October 5th, 4th, we will talk about how you have changed. At that point, you will have read that, I hope, because I'm asking you now to go buy the book, January 7th. So we have a whole 3 weeks to actually 4 weeks till February. We're going to talk about how your life has changed because you have had this experience. And then we're going to talk about the 4 color personalities. So here are those books that I'm going to encourage you to buy. And the reason for this is I remember with Karen and Mike, we did the personalities, different personalities, and helped. And the color personality is really a lot easier for me to understand. And then this one is especially for MLM. And then the script. We're going to have scripts to help you figure out when you're talking to some people what to say. And it's something as simple as a green personality is not somebody you would invite to a meeting so much because they want the facts. Just send them some video, some facts, and don't try to talk them into coming to a meeting because they don't want to be at a meeting. So things like that, that's what's in here for those particular books. So what are the goals from this Zoom? Our goal for January 21, which is in 2 weeks, is to define your goals and refine your goals. Just keep working on them. Make your vision board. Invite your current downline to the next Zoom that we have on January 21st. And then invite any new brand partners also to these Zooms. Your goal for today is to send out this recording to your downline who weren't on this Zoom. It can be found it will be found on Facebook. It'll be found on Team Celebrate's Facebook. And then I will personally send it out to I will send this out to the people I personally sponsored, and then it's your responsibility to send it out to people that you sponsored. If there's a link in your downline of somebody has kind of dropped out, but you have a builder underneath that person, please reach out and you become their sponsor, so to speak, and help them. And then you want to purchase The Power of the Subconscious Mind and the 2-4 Color Personality for MLM books, and then you start reading them. All right. Hey, we did quite well. Any questions or anything you want to add?
Is everybody clear on the homework? Maybe go back to that slide, January 21. That's the homework, that one. So it
Right.
says goals, but that's really kind of the homework you want, right?
Yeah.
For
Yeah, your homework, your goals, yeah.
Okay.
The goals for that day. So have your vision board done. And I literally did mine in an hour. And I could have done it less, but I always have to be cutesy with the colors. You don't need to do that. That's my personality that likes big, bold colors and a couple little flowers in there. Doesn't need to be that. And it doesn't need to be on Canva if you don't have Canva. It can just be on your visor of your car so you can see something. It can be like Elisa had one of those boards from science fair, or it can be anything on your refrigerator. If people have young kids, have the kids have a goal also. So make it you. Don't compare yourself to anybody else. Just make it what you want to share.
And can you go back on your slides, go back to the picture of the girl walking up the stairs? It's a visual to me. When I saw it, it just reminded me, okay, what this is like, with
The weeds.
without a plan, your vision, your goals, and your daily method of operation, you see the cliff, you see that big hard cliff, and you're trying to climb that. But if you put your goals and your plan together, your why together, it's a stair. And we all climb stairs every day, one at a time, and we can hit the top. But without that, it's more like climbing the cliff.
Yeah. Yeah, thank you. Yeah, that's good.
Mhm.
I agree. It helped me to have vision because life is kind of good here, kind of easily financially and time-wise and stuff. I just like the word bull, like whatever, and so I didn't always have to push myself and I could be lazy. I'm not really lazy. I'm up at 5 or 6 o'clock working
Right.
but there's definitely some idle time. I could not be watching on my phone. I could be doing something better. And I did love, for me, I made these slides for you, but this was really for me too, just to keep this vision of, especially this last one. It's just hard. Life gets really hard and it's just so easy to give up, and we just have each other. You just have to call each other.
I really
Well, I
like,
just have to share the Power of Your Subconscious Mind book. Be prepared. You won't be able to put it down. Be prepared for your life to start to change and for good things to start happening in ways you didn't imagine. It is one of the best books of almost 40 years in the industry in one way or the other that I've ever read that has impacted my life. And it's impacting it daily at work and at home. And I love it. I'm not done, but just be prepared for something fun and exciting to happen.
That's
Awesome.
great.
Great. Look forward to it.
Yeah, I listen to the audio and I get the book. That's kind of my method. So I'm driving and I hear it a couple times and then I can highlight stuff. It's very tiny words, this particular one. And there are many, many versions. When you go online, you're going to see a lot of versions. This one's really fat, but thick, I should say, but the words are bigger. And then this is actually the same, only there's one added a little bit of books, you know, another little book inside it. So, but there are so many versions of this out there, so they're all good. But it's
What
obviously.
version should we get? The most.
Well, I don't know. This is the one Renita had given to me, and I bought this for a whole bunch of people, and I ended up getting 6 of these because I was going to hand them out to people. And this is a little daunting, I think. I think it's for me. I like the little thin books because I feel like I can get that done faster. I think they're all going to be good. Just the power of the subconscious mind, your subconscious mind. Yeah. Like when I
I
talk
have-
about Elisa being so positive, you know, she's implementing these things, and it's just really good for me to be listening to her. And she's been, you know, like I said, a great inspiration.
And Renee, real quick, the DMO thing I think is huge. It probably depends on people's personality, but I'm similar to you in that if I have a checklist or I can be lazy or let the day slip away, but if I have a list of I need to do this, 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 and I actually started putting a little list together, I need to finish that so that I can have it like on my desk every day, something that I see. So I think that's huge, whether you say you're gonna pro one person a day or 5 people a day or somewhere in between to make that happen. Like, don't let the sun go down or don't get in bed until you've done that, whether it's a call, a message or something. So that I think is huge and that can help all of us because it's a numbers thing. So that's the first thing I wanted to say. The second thing I wanted to say real quick, Eric Worre training. It's amazing. It's really, really good. I signed up for his GoPro Insider and it's connected through Now Site, but like I keep literally a little journal every day of the key takeaways from that, which will be really good reminders for myself and for my team, the things that I'm learning. So highly recommend Eric Worre's stuff if you're not familiar with him. He's a very big network marketer. In fact, that's where we're going this weekend in Las Vegas to the Worre Studios. That's where we're going to be going, where the Rise Up convention is. And it's quite remarkable. His teaching is pretty amazing. Very good network marketing tips.
Thanks for sharing that, Renee.
I was gonna add something to what Renee was saying about making a list. Automating your routine, even if it's just your morning routine, you say, okay, these are the things I have to do every morning. It's stuff that we do anyway, right? We're getting up, we're getting dressed, we're brushing our teeth, all those things. But if you create some type of routine, maybe that piggybacks on some of those things that you're already doing, you can add something else. And once things become routine for you, then your brain is not consumed with remembering them as much because they're just part of your automatic system, your own system.
Yeah, awesome. Thank you.
Something that I did also in the previous business that we did was the eat the frog visual. So I'm a procrastinator. I can think of a whole lot of other things to do. For example, I'd much rather do anything than clean. So eat the frog. So usually the night before I'm talking or writing down the top 3 things that I need to accomplish the next day. And then I actually have a little framed eat the frog picture where I sit. And it's been impactful and it's kind of fun because it's an ugly toad picture. And even my husband has started, it's an eat the frog day. So for me, that's a good visual.
I love it.
Mhm.
So thank you, everybody, for being.
Nice training tonight.